The cost of living in Australia. Australia is known for its high quality of life, but this often comes with a high cost of living. The cost of living varies significantly between different cities and regions, with major metropolitan areas like Sydney and Melbourne generally being more expensive than regional and rural areas. Key factors affecting the cost of living. 1. Housing costs. Renting in Australian cities like Sydney and Melbourne is expensive, and property prices have surged, making home ownership challenging for first-time buyers. 2. Groceries and food. The cost of groceries can be relatively high, with imported goods being more expensive due to Australia's geographic isolation. Dining out is also costly, with prices varying depending on the location and type of cuisine. Restaurant. 3. Utilities and household bills. Utility costs in Australia can be quite high, especially in regions with extreme weather. Water and internet charges add to the overall cost of living, with internet being more expensive in remote areas. 4. Transportation. Public transportation costs vary by city. Cities like Sydney and Melbourne have extensive networks, but costs can add up for daily commuters. Car ownership involves fuel, insurance, and maintenance expenses, with higher fuel prices in remote areas. 5. Healthcare and education. Australia has a publicly funded healthcare system, Medicare, but out-of-pocket expenses for medications and private health insurance can be significant. School fees, especially for private schools, and tertiary education costs can be substantial. 6. Entertainment and leisure. The cost of recreational activities like gym memberships, sports, and cultural events can vary and add to living expenses. Travel, both domestic and international, is a significant expense for many Australians. Regional variations. Sydney. Known for being one of the most expensive cities in Australia, particularly due to high housing costs. Melbourne. Also expensive, but generally slightly cheaper than Sydney, with vibrant cultural and dining scenes. Brisbane. More affordable compared to Sydney and Melbourne, but prices are rising. Perth. Offers a relatively high standard of living with lower costs than the eastern cities, but can still be expensive. Adelaide and Hobart. Known for being more affordable, though housing prices have been increasing recently. Economic context. Australia's high cost of living is partially offset by relatively high average wages. However, slow wage growth in recent years has impacted purchasing power. Inflation has led to higher costs for essentials such as food and utilities. Conclusion: the cost of living in Australia is influenced by housing, food, utilities, transportation, healthcare, and regional differences. Major cities are more expensive but offer higher wages and employment opportunities. Balancing these factors is crucial for managing the cost of living in Australia.